welcome to Profiles of Distinction. I'm your host, Nikki Noto. Today you'll meet some fascinating Atlanta influencers. They're entrepreneurs, creative visionaries, and passionate advocates who have launched businesses, created concepts, and fought for clients. And they've all had distinctive careers. The attorneys at the Cochran Law Firm represent victims of everything from traumatic brain injuries to medical malpractice and wrongful death. The firm has won 10 verdicts in excess of $100 million each and 35 in excess of $10 million. When you meet the team, you'll understand why the Cochran Law Firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in U.S. News & World Report as one of the best law firms every year since 2015, and are slated to repeat again in 2020.
My name is Tiffany Cochran Edwards. I'm the National Brand Manager for all the offices, and I'm also the Communications Director for the Atlanta office. And I came here in 2007, and I view myself as really the keeper of the legacy. I'm really here to make sure that everyone understands what my father's vision was and that it's implemented correctly.
What personal legacy did your dad leave with you?
Excellence, you don't have to be a lawyer to represent excellence. And I think customer service was very important for him. So in my role, obviously I'm coming from a communication standpoint, but people need to understand that even though he's been gone a number of years, his legacy is the excellence that's created with all the lawyers here.
My name is Sean DeCarlos Williams. I actually grew up less than 15 miles from here. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a product of DeKalb County Schools. Went away for college for 4 years and then graduated from Georgia State College of Law in 1996. And fortunately for me, in 1998, I met Johnny L. Cochran Jr. And I started at the Cochran Firm. We opened the Atlanta office in 1998.
What else drives you in what you do?
The thing that drives me really is simple, change. I'm driven by change, an opportunity to change this world, this country, this community for better. I've always had a desire in the practice of law and joining the practice of law to do something that changes people who feel hopeless, to give them an opportunity to have hope that tomorrow's going to be better than today.
My name is Andre Ramsey. I've been with the firm since about 2016. I was brought here to start up the workers' compensation practice. We kind of did cases before, but we didn't really specialize in that area, and I felt it was an area of need.
When it comes to the Cochran firm in particular, I mean, having your name attached to the weight of the name in itself of that firm, what does that mean to you?
There is some gravity to it, surely, but you know, the reason I wanted to align myself with the firm is what we do here matters, and that's really it. It just matters what we do. We change people's lives, we affect their future, and you know, we try to affect the cause or affect the change, whether it be through the law or through people's lives. But we just do what we can to help people, good people.
My name is Jane Lamberti, and my family's originally from Italy, but we've been in the States for over 40 years now. And I have been a partner at the Cochran Firm since its inception in 2000. We embraced Mr. Cochran, we embraced everything that he stood for. We jettisoned our entire defense business and became a plaintiff's personal injury firm focusing all on catastrophic injuries for those who've been injured by the malfeasance of others.
What do you feel makes this firm so distinctive among the others?
Community, we get in touch with the community. We sponsor free legal clinics. We sponsor fundraisers for various organizations and back to school drives. And then from a legal perspective, we try cases. Mr. Cochran was a trial attorney, okay? He wasn't one of these faces in a commercial who talks about what they do, but doesn't practice it in the courtroom. And that's what we do. You may see my face on TV, but you will also see my face in the courtroom selecting your jury and winning your verdict. And that's something I think that really distinguishes us, the mentoring, the community connection, and the fact that we are the real thing. We are trial attorneys.
The lawyers you see on TV are the lawyers that you get. There's no bait and switch. You're going to get the folks that you see on TV. You're going to get them. And so I think my passion comes from seeing all these hardworking attorneys keeping my dad's legacy alive. It really fuels me. And it makes me proud that they care enough to do their best in his name. It means a lot to me. The other goal, obviously we want to make sure his legacy in the law is continuing, but he was also a big philanthropist. So we want to make sure that folks understand that he passed away from a brain tumor, and now there's the Johnny L. Cochran Jr. Brain Tumor Research Center in conjunction with Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. So now they have all this research. They're able to save lives. So we want to make sure people know we're saving lives in the courtroom and in the health arena.
When we come back, learn how this teacher turned his classroom skills into a distinctive source of inspiration for young students. And later, Chef Kevin Gillespie's remarkable journey from his grandmother's kitchen to the top of Atlanta's culinary scene. Nick Landers is an educator who works with students to help build self-esteem and realize their potential. But that's only the beginning for Nick, as you'll see what makes his career distinctive is the focus he has on helping others make their dreams come true.
I'm Nicholas Landers. I am a motivational speaker, author, personal trainer, and life coach. And my day-to-day is connecting with CEOs, entrepreneurs, school districts, in areas of diversity, enhancing performance and with students, athletics, academics. And so anytime I can put together a workshop or a seminar to just build students and drive focus and value, that's what my day-to-day looks like. When I work with school districts, a lot of times I come in to build self-esteem or to champion adversity and overcoming those things. And so I talk to kids about getting through themselves, right? And at particular age groups, it's all about the tribe. Your circle of friends and feeling that peer pressure, which can lead to bullying. And I'm here to say, hey, there's another way to look at this. I think these kids have so much genius, they have so much potential, but the school system is kind of antiquated and it's not necessarily best suited to help them realize that. And so I think I wanted to take that voice, again, that I felt that was suppressed, and speak up for Generation Z. My latest book is for tired, frustrated, angry, morose teachers. I think what's distinctive about this book and me as an author is that I'm willing to say what others are afraid to. And it doesn't mean that it's not PC. It means that there's a truth there that has to be stated. And the truth is always going to be the right thing. I'm a teacher who's been in the trenches, right? I've done it. It's not someone who hasn't set foot in the classroom. And that's what makes me distinct. I'm driven by compassion. I'm driven by helping others. I'm driven by celebrating diversity and launching dreams. And that's what gets me going. Anytime I can help somebody move forward and progress and get what they're really after, I'm excited.
She's built a unique counseling practice that's thriving and growing due to her unconventional group approach. Find out what makes this licensed psychologist a distinctive standout in her field. That's next on Profiles of Distinction. Wendy Dickinson is a licensed psychologist who spotted a real need in the field. She saw an opportunity to create a practice with multiple counselors available to address diverse situations. As you'll see, what makes her career distinctive is the ability to tailor her practice to individual needs.
My name is Dr. Wendy Dickinson. I am a licensed psychologist and I am the CEO and director at Grow Counseling. Grow Counseling is a practice. We have a private practice of counselors. We have about 35 therapists and 4 locations throughout the city. And we named it Grow because we wanted something that was overtly positive, something that communicated help and development and optimism, because we believe that people change and we believe that people get better. And that's why we do what we do. I think the thing that makes Grow distinctive is that when people call us, the main question that they have is, can you help me? I'm going through an addiction, my marriage is falling apart, my life is in crisis, I'm thinking about hurting myself, can you help me? When you're in individual practice, what I found is that a lot of times I was saying no to people. I don't specialize in that, or I don't work that day. And I think that that's a unique thing about Grow, is that we have therapists who specialize in all different areas, and we work together as a team. So we might have someone who's a marriage and family therapist who's seeing the couple, and then 2 individual therapists that are working with the members of the couple. And what that does is allow us to communicate about what's going on with the couple and the individuals in the couple, to align our goals, to make sure everybody's getting the same kind of advice, the same direction. What it does is helps people get better faster, really. So we're able to offer tele-mental health care via web-based platforms or phone calls if people need it. A lot of times we will go with people to appointments if they need it. So if someone has an appointment with an attorney that they're nervous about, or a doctor, or they need someone to go with them to a school to help them advocate for themselves or their child, or just to have some support, we're happy to go with clients to help them be the best versions of themselves and to advocate for themselves in different settings. I'm really proud of the nonprofit that we've started. We've started a nonprofit called Grow Restored, and the main goal is to help remove barriers to people who are seeking mental health care. So those might be financial, it might be finding a therapist actually in their area. And so we've created Grow Restored to be able to help them overcome those barriers. I love being able to do what I do because I get an upfront seat every single day that I come to work, and being able to see people becoming the best versions of themselves, making brave decisions, being courageous, walking through stuff that's really difficult. And even though there are some hard moments that I sit with people in, what continues to motivate me and drive me and inspire me is watching people move through those and get better. I love the process of being able to see someone come alive and really become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Coming up, you'll meet a dynamo who's revolutionized skincare in Atlanta. Find out what makes her business so successful and why people keep coming back. Plus, Kevin Gillespie is one of Atlanta's most recognized chefs. Find out how he got his start and what he's cooking up now. Lil Dyer Cobbs has built a business that is both beautiful and healing, Seraphim Skincare. What makes Seraphim so distinctive is Lil's no-nonsense approach to skincare and dedication to real results.
I'm Lil Dyer Cobbs, and I'm proud to say that we are Atlanta's first medical spa. We've been in business, we're approaching 24 years. And we were the first ones in Atlanta to sell prescription topicals, that's Retin-A and hydroquinone, in one bottle. We were the first to do that. I went into this business for several reasons. One, I never had really pretty skin. I didn't have horrific, problematic skin, and I always wanted pretty skin. I have the English-Irish type skin, the freckled, sun-damaged, and I also wanted to help people, and I also wanted to work in a peaceful, quiet environment. I wanted to create that, and I think we have done that, and I think we've done it tenfold. Coming to Seraphim Skincare is relaxing, peaceful, and healthy. We've been carrying our signature medical product. It's actually a prescription medication. That's what made us Atlanta's first medical spa. We've had a doctor on our staff since 1997. This is what gets rid of acne, rosacea, premature fine lines, evens out skin tone, tightens the skin, and gives you what we call the Seraphim glow. What makes us distinctive is our product called Complete Skin RX. It's retin-A and hydroquinone, alpha hydroxys, sunscreen in one bottle. This product takes skin backwards 10 years. Complete Skin RX, which used to be called Peel and Bleach Cream, will bring back that beautiful skin. We see results all the time. We don't do a lot of fancy schmancy bells and whistles and machines. We take care of your skin, your skin. We are experts in African American skin. And that's the gamut. Olive, Asian, Latin, dark-skinned people are very sensitive to chemicals. We understand dark skin. We understand the hyperpigmentation of dark skin, the uneven skin tone. We now give to the Amy Copeland Foundation. We got involved in Amy's charity. I happen to serve on the board. I'm very honored to be on the Amy Copeland Foundation board, but a percentage of our sales goes to Amy's foundation. What continues to drive me is my passion for skin, our passion for skin at Seraphim, and telling women and men the truth about skin. There are a lot of bells and whistles that we don't buy into because we know the gold standard. We know what fixes skin. And not only do we want to fix skin, but we want to provide, and we think we do provide, a beautiful environment, a welcoming environment. No judging about skin, what you've done. It's never too early and it's never too late to begin your skin journey, and that's what we're proud of.
He's taken Southern food and turned it on its head. A creative gourmet chef with simple Southern roots. When we come back, a conversation with Atlanta's own Kevin Gillespie. He was a finalist in the 6th season of Top Chef, has been nominated for Food & Wine's Best New Chef, and has reached the semifinal stage of the James Beard Rising Star Chef of the Year Award 4 years in a row. And those are just some of the accolades that Kevin Gillespie has received. He's simply become an Atlanta icon, and I had the opportunity to visit with him earlier this year. Kevin, thanks so much for just taking the time out of your busy day. I know you're a very busy man, so we just appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Awesome. Well, let's get to it. I am so curious just about you and your history, where you came from. So first things first, I gotta know cooking.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? Where did that passion, that love, where did it come from?
So as a little kid, I grew up watching my granny cook for everybody, and I think I misunderstood something when I was a little kid, and I thought, you know what, they all seem to listen to her and do whatever she tells them to do. It must be because she's the one who feeds them. And so I think like my weird power complex was like, if I learn to cook, then they'll all listen to me. Because I was kind of bossy and still am. But once I got started, I got really excited about it, and it kind of gave me a creative expression. So it started as a little kid right next to my granny, just learning how to cook really traditional kind of home cooking Southern food.
So from Granny's kitchen to opening up your own restaurants, I mean, what was the path like that? Like, what was that path?
I liked cooking a lot. Now, I didn't intend for it to be a career path. Like, my path was very much in a different direction. When in high school, when I was getting ready to go to college, I was headed to MIT for nuclear engineering, nevertheless. And I just had a last-minute change of heart and decided that maybe that wasn't the right thing, or maybe I wasn't quite ready for it. And I decided, you know what, I'm just going to try this cooking thing on a higher level for just a little while. Like, let's see what it's like to work in one of the fancy restaurants that I've read about but never really been to. And so I just sort of stuck that toe in the water and inevitably fell into it and loved it, and felt like it gave me a sense of purpose.
You just come across as such a creative savant when it comes to everything that you put your hands on. Where do you feel like that came from? And how do you get to your just creative food choices at all your restaurants?
The gun show, for example, was one of those crazy ideas that no one could wrap their head around, but that felt right to me, and you know, it clearly stuck. I'm proud of what we did when we opened Game Changer in the stadium. We made a decision when we opened that business that we were going to recruit exclusively from the zip codes surrounding the stadium, and we hired a lot of folks who literally had never had a job before in their entire life. And we trained them, and we believed in them, and we gave them an opportunity. And I'm super proud of the folks who are still members of our team, who have grown to be managers and leaders. And I think that's really cool that we were able to help people sort of fulfill their dreams.
Kevin, you just have such a zest for life.
Yes.
I know that this year has brought you with a lot of ups and downs, with no doubt the cancer that you endured. How has going through that maybe changed your approach just on, I mean, the way that you approach things with your career, with your family? I mean, how has that shifted in you?
My wife and I were on vacation. We were in New Zealand when I felt kind of not quite right. And I just made an appointment to see my doctor when I got home from vacation. And when we came home, the tower sort of collapsed on us, and we had no idea what we were about to face. I was really fortunate to have surrounded myself with a lot of people who believed in the same things that I believed in. And that was a big mind sort of changing experience for me. It affected me professionally, and it affected me personally. I've never been one capable of asking for help, but I had no choice, and I'm glad that I did, because it brought people closer to me, and I think it just improved my life in every way possible.
Do you feel that now with your leadership that you lead from a place that you didn't know really existed before what you went through?
I feel like that at the end of the day, it's not really important, for me at least, that I garner all the praise. Like, I want nothing more than for my businesses to live on long after I'm done. I hope that what they are is the embodiment of the spirit of the person who founded them. But at the end of the day, like, this thing has always been founded on teamwork and on the effort of a group. And it's not about Kevin Gillespie. It's about all the people that come together to make this happen.
One of the many things that makes Kevin Gillespie so distinctive is that he never stops innovating. Last summer, he opened his newest restaurant concept, Cold Beer. It's located in the Old 4th Ward, right along the Atlanta Beltline. Well, thanks for joining us and learning more about some of Atlanta's truly distinctive personalities.